2-0 within one of this opening match.
Double 4. And it is only a race to 3, remember, if you are tuning in for the first time this week.
10.
3 legs will win
Angela,
you a game and pick
56.
you up 2 points.
Well, we saw Angela Kirkwood miss 3 at top. She's got 2 more in hand and isn't missing this time round.
Yeah, nice
Third
finish
leg,
from the
Angela to throw
northeast lass.
Game on.
3 match starts come and gone for Angela Kirkwood. Natalie Gilbert here, hoping that she will get at least one. If that's the case, needs the treble 19. Finds the treble 19. It is 1 at the ball for Natalie Gilbert.
78. Angela, you
Didn't
require
really
40.
threaten it, so 3 more in hand for Kirkwood at that tops target. And this time,
and the match,
in
Angela
it flies. And the girl on fire is off to a flyer. Angela Kirkwood on debut at a MODUS Super Series Women's Week. I will be the starting point, I feel sure.
That is an inviting bullseye. There's the second for a 1-3-2 double 16.
100. Kirsty, you
And
require
that's the thing, isn't
32.
it, for dart players? How can you be that accurate on the bullseye twice and then get nowhere near the bigger target,
Shot on the third
which
leg, Kirsty
Hutchinson pins
Hutchinson.
to punish?
This one, treble 18 would also have left the top, so another chance for
81.
Kirsty Hutchinson to
Kirsty
take the match.
required 20.
Double 10
Game shot and the match.
does the job
Kirsty
for
Hutchinson.
Kirsty Hutchinson to get off to a winning start in Group C. A 3-1 success after losing the first leg to Sophie McKinley. Hutchinson responded with a run of 3, working
40.
able to come here for a full week. Obviously, the majority of players do have
44.
full-time jobs and
Major
families and that
require
kind of thing.
56.
But there are a number of players still on the list that we'd love to get here for the first time.
Game shot on the third leg.
Paige Pauling has taken her opportunity when she's been on that stage, and she's taken an opportunity there to break the throw. And against the
Fourth leg,
odds-on
it's Paige to throw
favourite to win
first.
the group, forgetting about what's gone before.
100. Vicky require 160.
Well, Pauling couldn't take out 170 to win the match. Can Pruim win it with a 160? Yes, she
Shot and the
can!
match,
Wow.
Vicky Pruim.
An incredible end to an incredible encounter which saw Paige Pauling almost win it with a big fish finish of 170.
$100. Sophie, you require 84.
Gilbert just applying a little bit of pressure on the 84. Well, bullseye for McKinley for 1 apiece.
Game
And
shot on the second
picks
leg.
it out
Sophie
perfectly.
McKinley.
Here at that target.
Sophie now in that position where she just has to
24.
hope she gets chances. But
Natalie require 40.
that was a disastrous visit. Double 10. And double
Shot
10 is
and the
found for
match,
Natalie Gilbert. She does get over the line. 3 legs to 2 against Sophie McKinley. There was a bit of miscalculation in between, but it came out okay in the end for Gilbert. To double a lead. Double 16.
No score. Paige requires 70.
You can find the double 16 target. So 70 for Paige to level it back up.
Double top. Takes a moment to readjust
Shot
and
on
then
the second
pins it
leg.
perfectly
Paige Pauling.
to get that break back.
Third leg, it's Paige to throw first.
Can't go closer without
No
going in.
score.
But unfortunately,
Paige require 48.
for Angela Kirkwood, it is now 17 darts missed at double. Pauling
Game shot and
is
the match.
perfect
Paige Pauling.
on the outer ring. 3 from 3 for a 3-1 win. A game that saw Angela Kirkwood absolutely dominate the scoring.
perhaps look at switching anyway, an unorthodox way to switch, but it could be academic in the end because Pruim needs tops.
90.
She also finds a double
Kirsty
next door.
require 32.
So back for double 16 for Hutchinson.
Game shot on the third leg, Kirsty Hutchinson.
Kirsty Hutchinson, when staring down that double 8, just took that little extra bit of time.
Fourth leg, it's Vicky
Threw
to
it
throw
with such
first.
intensity,
Game on.
seeing off the leg.
.45, Vicky
And it could
require
be seen
40.
off by the Super Swede instead here. Tops the
Game shot
target,
and the match.
nailed
Vicky Pruim.
by Vicky Pruim. Kirsty Hutchinson really beating herself up after losing that match. But Pruim came good at the end, just like she did in her first game. A second 3-2 success for the Swede.
Game shot on the third leg, Paige Pauling.
Pauling picks up the pieces and now has a chance to
Fourth
double
leg,
her
it's
points
Paige to throw
tally
first.
for the day. Be very important as Gilbert tries to apply the pressure.
139.
Well, pressure most definitely applied.
Paige
Great
require
setup play, but
42.
could be all academic. 42 required for Paige Pauling. Should be a good guide, and
Game
is a
shot
good
and the
guide for
match.
Paige Pauling. She
Pauling.
gets across the line, 3 legs to 1 over Natalie Gilbert.
Nicely done. Another. Oh, that will do for a shot of the bull.
89.
But now,
Sophie
Pruim's
requires
pole position
16.
could become perilous.
Game shot on the
And
second
does.
leg, Sophie McKinley.
As McKinley doubles her advantage against the league leader. We may still see it in this match. Double 5.
No score. Sophie require 40.
8 missed at the outer ring for Vicky Pruim, and more chances, more match-winning chances for Sophie McKinley.
Game
And this
shot
time,
and
Sophie
match.
McKinley
Sophie
does
McKinley.
get across the line. It is the first 3-0 of Group C we've seen so far this afternoon. And it was a solid performance from the Scottish woman.
Well, 73 remaining. Treble 19 was the aim. Kirsty has a choice of
93.
going straight for that double 19 again, or
38.
splitting this time. Straight forward,
Game
straight
shot on
in
the
it,
second
and
leg, Kirsty
doubles her lead
Hutchinson.
in the process. And could actually
Third
find herself
leg,
at the
it's
top of the
Angela to
table.
throw first.
Needs to find the treble now.
Doubling was a bit of an issue for Kirkwood in her
85.
last match, just
Angela requires
around
68.
5% on the outer ring.
Getting 2 darts in this visit.
Game shot on
And
the third
locates
leg,
the target
Angela
on this
Kirkwood.
occasion. But this will be the leg where Hutchinson wants to get it won.
Fourth leg.
Leg as well to close out the encounter. She will return for the same target, and she'll have a bit of time on her
85.
side.
Kirsty require 36. Game shot and the match.
Well, she does
Kirsty
find the
Hutchinson.
target. It is a 3-1 victory for Kirsty Hutchinson over Angela Kirkwood.
7.
Treble 19 would have left the ball, so Paige Pauling back for 80.
139. Paige require 80.
Needs to stay straight. That's the most important thing. She's got the bonus of the treble, which means 2 darts at double.
Game shot on the
And
first
Pauling
leg. Paige
makes
Pauling.
it count.
.51 looking at 11 and misses the single number. Talking of disasters, that one is disastrous for Paige Pauling.
Sophie McKinley waiting at the back of the
79.
stage, knowing
Sophie
she's got 3
require
darts
40.
in hand to get what would be a huge win, not just for her, but in the context of this group. tops the target.
Shot and,
And
the match,
McKinley
Sophie McKinley.
lands it. And this group just keeps getting closer and closer. And Gilbert opts for 10 for tops. Decent marker. But fails to use it.
Kirsty, you require 40. Game shot on the second leg, Kirsty Hutchinson.
Yeah, an efficient scoring, efficient finishing from Kirsty Hutchinson.
2 in the treble 20 bed required. 1 not found, so Hutchinson
100.
to wrap it up,
Kirsty
but
required
with pressure
20.
on her shoulders. Double 10.
Game shot and the match.
And in it goes.
Kirsty Hutchinson.
And Kirsty Hutchinson, as a result of that result, moves clear at the top of the table by a couple of points. Crucially, in the battle between the pair of them, 4 points clear.
$41.
Yeah, a few
Angela, you
wild darts
require
there
96.
from Vicky Pruim, and again afforded plenty of time here for Kirkwood.
Game shot on the second leg,
Beautiful.
Angela Kirkwood.
Leg of darts from Angela Kirkwood. 15 darter,
Third
taking
leg,
out
it's
the
Vicky to
96
throw
combination
first.
to win it.
Time and time again, the fear factor sometimes when you play those top players seems to slowly ebb away.
$28. Vicky, you require
Well,
106.
it could be over now. Doesn't have to go in this visit, but it may well. Double 18.
Game shot and the match.
And it is
Vicky
over.
Pruim.
Pruim proves their worth. A fantastic performance there. Perhaps the performance of the day. A 3-1 success.
Game shot on the second leg,
Tops
Kirsty Hutchinson.
for the player at the top. And if Kirsty does win this match, she will
Third leg,
cement
it's
herself as
Kirsty
top
to
of the
throw
table at the end of the
first.
day. Nobody else is going to catch her on leg difference.
Game on.
+5 going into it, up to +7 now. Not to beat. Been a
53.
disappointing end to what's been a
Kirsty
promising day for
requires
Tage.
76.
Should still be the one dart for the match for Hutchinson. Tops the target for a 3-0 victory, and it
shot and
is
the
a
match,
3-0 victory.
Kirsty
A
Hutchinson.
big sigh of relief for Kirsty Hutchinson as she gets to cross the line against Paige Pauling. She will finish this first day of Group C, sat at the top for now. Set up play in the end for McKinley, but Kirkwood 3 here for tops.
Just felt she might be able to brush that off the barrel and in the bed,
30.
but the doubles have
Vicky, you
been
require
the
36.
downfall for Angela Kirkwood today.
Game shot on the second
And
leg,
again,
Sophie
3 missed for
McKinley.
Kirkwood, and McKinley there to sweep up.
Third leg, it's Angela to throw first. Game on.
Welcome back. Couple of games left in this group, but the day's work is done for Kirsty Hutchinson, who's alongside me, winning 4 out of her 5 matches. A very good day at the office. Just sum up how you're feeling at the end of it, Kirsty.
Yeah, I actually feel incredible today. It's been a tough week. I've took a lot of beatings this week, and I didn't really know how I was going to pick myself back up mentally. But coming into today, I was just going to try and enjoy it, and I did just that. And I've got over the line. I've good day's work.
It is, look, you've been here for 4 days now. It is a brutal sort of short format as well. So sometimes can results overshadow where your game's actually at?
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm one of those players when I feel like my game is on top and then I lose that leg, I find it hard to pick myself up and get back in the game. I kind of just dwell on that lost leg. Today I've come in with a total different mental attitude and it's paid off. So yeah, I'm happy.
Yeah, is that something that kind of just having the morning off gives you the chance to prepare for how you're going to approach a day?
No, I don't think so. Like, it depends what mood I wake up in, to be fair. You know, I'm either 100% or I'm nothing. And this morning I was just like, you know what, you've got nothing to win, nothing to lose. So just go and enjoy it and hope you make Saturday. So
You are top of the table. You're definitely going to stay there, whatever happens in the last couple of games today. So, what's the mindset you hope you wake up in tomorrow to make sure you see the job through?
Yeah, I'll just do exactly what I did last night. I just chilled early night. Woke up this morning and thought, just try and play good darts because I am really struggling. I have got a dartitis. My third dart, it's a lot to let go of, and I dwell on that. And today I just didn't let it defeat me, and I just threw it and hoped for the best. So yeah, I'll do the same again tomorrow.
Yeah, just quickly while we've got you here, and you've mentioned that obviously you're holding that fourth dart. For players that we've seen visibly struggling with dartitis, you seem to have found a way to manage it. I know it might not feel like that when you're throwing that third dart, but in terms of when we watch it, you look to be maybe coping better than a lot of players would.
Yeah, so usually people with dartitis seem to struggle with their first dart, and I've heard that a lot. Mine's my third. I did have dartitis in the past, quite a few years ago, and I overcome it by using that fourth dart. So I've just brought it back into my game, and it makes it feel more comfortable, even though it doesn't look it. But for me, mentally, it's what's helped me kind of get over the line. So I'll just keep doing that, even though it does look embarrassing.
Well, no, certainly doesn't, and certainly not embarrass yourself today. Done very, very well. Well done today. Hope to be chatting to you again at this point tomorrow. Kirsty winning 4 of her 5 matches, 2 more to come, and myself and Laura Turner will talk you through them.
I could have said absolutely anything, and that particular work experience person would have had her head in her hands. Any kind of public displays of dancing
30.
from myself would just
Vicky
send her into a world of shame.
Well, nothing to be ashamed about here from Vicky Pruim. She's producing some good
Vicky
stuff
Pruim.
to end her day. A 2-0 win. 2-0 lead, sorry.
Third leg, it's Natalie to throw first.
Hoping for a 3-0
Game
win.
on.
Again, just one wayward dart could be costly.
77. Natalie, you require 153.
And that visit there brings Vicky Pruim right back in the match, but 93 here required. Double 18 for a 153, and the biggest comeback.
Natalie Gilbert.
Coupled with the biggest finish Natalie Gilbert has found this week. It was disappointment for Vicky Pruim. She was leading 2 legs to 0, but Gilbert did not relent. She didn't give up. She found a way back into it and finds a magnificent 153 to take the victory in the end.
Welcome back to the MODUS Super Series, where Group C has just come to an end. A very interesting end as well, particularly that final result when Vicky Pruim led 2-0 against Natalie Gilbert and looked like potentially eliminating her and Angela Kirkwood from the running tomorrow. But Gilbert's fight back, sealed with that fabulous 153 to win the match 3-2, means that it is all to play for pretty much everybody in the group. The standout star of the day, though, has been Kirsty Hutchinson. She's won 4 of her 5 matches. Pruim finds herself nestled behind Sophie McKinley, the pair of them with 6 points. Paige Pauling and now Natalie Gilbert on 4, and Angela Kirkwood still in with a chance, 4 points off second place. Laura Turner has been alongside me in comms today.